Bayaboo. Always lit in Belmont. Always lit in Montreal. Always lit in Glen. Always lit in Ashton.
97.1. Always lit.
Frisco, 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 man. Frisco, Frisco, follow the snowman. Frisco, 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 man. Frisco, Frisco, follow the snowman.
Frisco Ice Cream, the local leader in quality frozen snacks and a variety of local fruit flavored. Winner of the Best of SVG's People's Choice Awards for the best ice cream. Over 25 years of experience in keeping you satisfied. Not only in ice cream, but chalk ice, popsicles, ice cream cakes, servers, and much more. And remember,
Follow the snowman.
Stealing, squinting, spending your child support on rum. That make any sense? Tell us your thoughts. Send us a voice note to 485-9797. We want to know whether that make any sense. Listen up for a new topic each morning in the AM Mayhem Morning Show.
Man, come to cause discord. Whoa! It is with the compliments of Frisco ice cream this morning. What isn't making any sense?
You have a cough? You want to drink some water? Or
Snap.
drink some water?
Floor is yours, Jagger.
Me?
Snap.
Somebody, Mr. Frisco. Jagger, want to talk bonus.
Morning.
What ain't making any sense is good morning on 97. Good morning.
Well, go on, Kobayashi.
What ain't making sense is you this morning. We here talking about government salaries and you here talking about Hot 97 salaries, and let's see, don't say a word, right? I want to address something that Luke said and something that you are not understanding, Jagger, right? And I feel a small way about it. Talking about putting money where the pain is and whatever. I think you're misunderstanding what the NDP and Doc Friday is saying. Hey, people have spent a lot of time in the public sector moving up the scales of salaries. If you're aware of the scales in the book and what education you need or whatever to qualify for that job, right? Now, after you go and you take out a loan and you take out money and you put yourself in debt and you've ratified, that does not guarantee that you're even going to get that pay scale. And then when people actually go through all that effort and hard work, and there's so many intentions that are relating to this, and they get qualifications, maybe they even get a break, they get a chance to go to Taiwan, and they finally get to earn a $3,000, a $4,000, a $5,000. How can you sit on radio and trivialize them?
How did I trivialize them? How did I hold on. Pause right there. How did I trivialize them?
I'm not pausing.
Explain how I trivialize them.
I am not pausing.
Explain how.
That they don't need 10% will be good for them.
No,
That's not
100% for
shut
everybody
up,
else.
Luke. I didn't say
That's
that.
what you said.
I did not say
You
that.
agree with that?
Do not twist.
Brother.
Luke, Kubi, I'm not gonna allow you to twist my words. I'm not gonna allow. I am not going to allow you. I am not going to allow you to twist my words.
Just now. I will come off your phone just now. And on another note, don't misunderstand what is happening here. I'm not going to put words in Doc Friday's mouth or the NP's mouth, right? But clearly an amicable decision needed to be made on how they can deliver an amicable payment to all.
Right.
This didn't need to turn into a divisive conversation on who's worth it and who ain't worth it, and pulling down people who are earning more than $3, $4, $5,000 a month. Okay.
No. Stop right there. The person who has made that division is Luke, because Luke came on here and said, how could you do that to those people? If nobody was making that argument before Luke came on here and said that. Nobody. I have not. Hold on.
Don't clap for that. Don't clap for that.
I have not heard.
No, Kubi.
No,
If you're being honest here.
Stop right there.
Jagger didn't say that.
I did not say that.
He implied it.
This is stupidness.
The trivia
This is
implied it.
absolute stupidness.
Trivia implied it.
This is absolute stupidness.
I listened to you on this radio station. You were trying to cut off Lano. You were there trying to make
keep doing it. Why you keep cutting off people?
No, you're trying to apply this hero mentality to people who have a lower salary, who are making $1,500 a month.
Don't be a hero.
There is nothing wrong. And then you're going to the point of even saying people who earn $1,500 are jogging boxes. People who are earning $1,500 are CSRs, they're data entry, they're clerks, There are so many positions
Yeah,
in the
your
public
staff.
sector that are on that
You
scale.
know how I
They're
know?
not
You know how I
throwing
know this
boxes.
conversation has been skewed. The first person who said jogging boxes was Luke. Listen, you see, this is how I know. The only reason I said jogging boxes is because Luke said jogging boxes.
Hang on. I just for the record, I don't know how to use the word drogan. I'm not sure. Is it drogan or is it dredging? What was it?
Listen, man, we are talking about, right, a situation where somebody who is making $15,000 could end up with a 50% bonus rather than 100%, get $8,000 extra, and they should be vexed that the person who made $1,500 a month got $1,500
As a
extra.
percentage, I'll be vexed. As a percentage, as Kubi said, I put myself through school. I got $300,000 in debt. I sacrificed my family. I went away. I lived in crappy conditions so I could go through school. I did all this. I worked my way up the ladder. And now you're telling me that I'm only worth 50%. And the next man who didn't do any of that is worth 100%. How that right? How that right? Why are you looking at Chris?
No, I want the country to soak in.
Chris is your savior.
No. Keep talking. I want the country to soak in what you're saying.
Oh, they are.
To soak it in.
But what's wrong with that? I don't understand. Why are you vexed with that?
Look.
I sacrifice. I borrow $300,000. I put myself through school. I do all of this. I work up the government chain. I don't go out at the weekends. I'm working for a better future, right? And you're now telling me that my bonus should be the same as somebody who hasn't done any of that, who hasn't got a fraction of the responsibility that I have.
It's not the same.
How is that fair?
It's not the same.
If we're talking double salary is fair, right?
So are you saying that you deserve the same percentage as that person?
Of course.
So why aren't you saying that I deserve more? Why aren't you saying, right? Why aren't you saying that, boy, I should get 100% since I have the most?
Because I've already been rewarded. Because I'm on a higher pay scale.
Say that again.
I've already been rewarded on the higher pay scale.
Say it one more time.
Right?
Say one more time.
No. But there's no mystery in that. The reason I get in a higher salary is because I have more responsibility. I have a bigger job.
So you've already been rewarded.
So I've been compensated for that, right?
I'm still upset that the guy with the lowest salary.
But you've already been.
No. Hold on.
Hold on.
That is not the case. You're upset. You're upset that the guy with the lowest salary is
I'm saying
I
deserve the same level of respect and compensation, right? So if it's 100% bonus we're giving, it's 100% I should be get. You cannot tell me the head of customs or the head of inland revenue, the head of head of tourism, any of these big departments, right, is not worthy of the same percentage bonus. You come in with this socialist thing that
God.
I should get the same as a person who doesn't have any of those responsibilities, the same percentage.
You know what's so funny?
How is that fair?
Hold on. You know what's funny in all of this, right? Kubi said something about government had to find an amicable way to get this done, which we all said, right? That's true, right? The amicable solution they found is that this person will get whatever scales that they're using, yada, yada, yada. All of us have no problem with that? Or are you saying that there's a problem with that?
With what?
With them, their amicable solution that not everybody could get 100%.
No, I wouldn't be happy with that. If I'm in one of the senior positions, I would not be happy with that. I've been saying that from day one.
But
I cannot carry the burden of an organization, right? And then be expected to take a lower percentage than somebody that doesn't carry that burden.
You just said.
Well, what is it then?
You just
What
said.
is it then?
You just said that these people have already been rewarded with the high salary.
Double pay.
Did you just say that or not?
Yeah, but if we're giving a bonus now, yeah, but that's like saying the cleaner that got $1,200 or the data entry clerk that got $1,200 has also been rewarded for their skill. They've been rewarded. Everybody's been rewarded, right? The salary that you get is your reward. Is a reflection of your worth to that organization, right? So everybody's been rewarded. Don't come just because somebody's on a lower salary doesn't mean that they haven't been rewarded. It may not be the reward that you think you
Is
deserve.
it rewarded or compensated?
Compensation.
Because I feel
The
like
bonus though is
a
still
rewarding is after you've been given raises, right? That's rewarding.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
reward as in I do.
They've
some
been
work,
compensated.
I get paid.
They've been
Is
compensated.
probably the correct
Okay.
term. Yeah.
Thank you. A reward.
So why should the person that just because I'm on a higher salary, I should get a lower percentage?
You
How
get more money,
do you
though.
justify that?
You get more money.
All right, let's take some
And
comments.
and what I'm saying
Let's take
is,
some comments. Let me take some comments, man. Let me
start here. I don't want to hear this one. Morning.
Christopher,
Morning.
Jagger, and Luke. I don't even know why Jagger getting worked up because Luke plays the role of an antagonist so well. Jagger should know Luke play by now. But anyway,
I'm being deadly serious.
I know he's being serious.
No,
I'm living it, so I know he's being serious.
Jagger just can't determine
Listen.
when I'm being deadly serious and when I'm
gotta
antagonizing him. But he knows on this one I'm deadly serious.
Luke, if we're doing the numbers, and Luke, I fundamentally disagree with you. Right now,
Why?
I'm in a system where and I'm going to explain it. Right now, I'm in a system where we do get an increase based on percentages. So people who are at the higher scale get a smaller percent than those at the bottom scale. And the rationale is simple. In this case, it's simple. Those at the bottom of the scale, whether you are saying they are deserving or undeserving, when it comes to financial
The
need,
dollar figure. Yeah.
it is there. Because if I am making $8,000 a month and I get 10% of that as a bonus, that's $800. So that means I'm going home with 8800. If I am making $4,000 a month and I get 80%, that means I'm taking home an extra $3,200. But even with that $3,200, I am still making, even with an 80% bonus, I am still making $1,600 less than the other person. And I remembered when this conversation started, it was not we
How
are
does that
just
make sense?
rewarding you. But based on what you are saying, you think it doesn't. But even with that improvement, that person is still making less. And from what I understand, the whole point of this is to help with the cost of living, helping people to have more. It's not about simply, how could you rationalize, Luke, giving everybody the same thing? This society is not like that. And anybody who's advocating for that, to me, it says more about
The
them.
same thing or the same percentage?
The same percentage.
How can I rationalize that?
That's what I'm asking.
Well,
How
wouldn't
could
that
you
be the fairest
rationalize-
way?
No, Luke. There is a
Figure.
difference. And
We all get
There is
100%.
a
We
difference.
all get
There is
80%.
a
We all get
difference between
50%.
equality
Wouldn't that be the
and
fairest thing?
equity, Luke. And Luke, I remember when I was at 97, the year was what? 2016, 17? You gave a bonus that year.
Mhm.
I remember very clearly. And I know my bonus that I got, I remember the figure to this day. I know my bonus wasn't the same as Chris. And I certainly know it wasn't the same as X. And I know you didn't give it no equal percentage across the board. So how come it's different for you now today?
Because I didn't say double pay, but the government said double pay, right?
Well,
If I voted, if I'm head of customs and I voted NDP because I heard double pay,
Luke, you really think it have people? I mean, maybe they do exist, but
why
you
did
really
they say
think it
that?
have
Why
people
did they
who
say it?
so-
If they didn't have an
solely
effect on
voted
voting,
for
why would
that?
they say it?
No,
Not
I'm
even
course it
just
had an
not
effect.
even not even
asking,
just
do
that,
you
right?
think
You're looking
somebody
at a
solely voted for that.
You don't think the head of customs is more important than a junior clerk in customs?
This is what I will say. No single position in the government operates as an island. All mechanisms require different people to play their role and execute their
Yeah,
role.
but you still
Let me
not
ask you
answering-
something.
you're still not
Let me ask
answering
you
the
something,
question.
right, Luke?
So,
If nobody gets a bonus, that
everybody
means
has
nobody
a
was
role.
important.
If
Nobody gets a bonus, nobody's important.
If there's four of us in this room,
Anyway,
right, and we
Luke,
had to
as I
kill
was saying,
three.
equity and equality is two different
No,
things.
listen.
I have no problem with
If
it
there's
being
four of us
fair.
in this room and
Uh-huh.
we had to kill three for the and we wanted the success of 97 to continue, which three would die?
It'd probably be you.
You?
Actually,
me?
no, you can't die because you need to pay.
It'd be me. It'd be no, presuming that everything else continues, right? It'd be me, Jagger, and Jeannie.
Okay.
And Chris would survive.
Okay.
That sounds good. I can live with that.
That is just the reality of it.
Okay.
So you know what I mean?
So
now we could sugarcoat that as much as you like, right? But that is the reality of it. Is that from a radio listener standpoint, Chris is the most important amongst the four of us.
So you're saying, let's say Chris is on $10,000 a month. He gets a 50%.
I'm just saying,
hold on.
If we had to keep one, it would be Chris.
Hold on. So you're saying if Chris is on $10,000 a month and he got 50% discount, and I was on $1,200 a month and I got 100% discount, sign up at $2,400 one time a year,
discount or bonus?
Sorry, bonus. And I end up
don't
with
get rattled, man.
and I end up with
calm down.
and I end up with $2,400. He ends up with how much I said just now? He ends up with $15,000. Chris should be vexed.
He might be, yeah. He might be.
I end up with $2,400. Chris ends up with $15,000. Chris should be vexed.
Well, Chris.
Hold on.
Chris might say, let me give you what Chris's rationale might be, right? Chris might say, the survey numbers. No, but this is like if you're in Chris's shoes, this is what Chris would probably say. Chris would say, the survey numbers are by and large me, as in Chris, right? Right? Numbers fall when Chris not here. Right? So he's going to do all that. He's going to say, there are 3 other stations trying to get me.
Okay.
Offering me perhaps even more.
Okay.
Right? So as an employer, you have to, it's just like a football team. Football teams tend to pay the most important guy, the most. Right? And when the bonuses come around, because bonuses in football are based on percentages of salary, right? They also get the most bonuses when they win the Champions League. It's just a merit-based economy, huh? And all of us are constantly trying to juggle our way up the scale, right? So when the guy gets to the top of customs and you tell him, well, your bonus can only be 25%, but everybody else getting 100%. Are you honestly telling me that he ain't going to feel away or she ain't going to feel away? You're mad. You're mad. You're smoking crack.
You know what it probably is, Luke? I can't relate to having that much money.
Well, maybe.
So maybe your view on it is a slightly different to me.
But I can assure you the head of customs could relate to it.
Well, then quit.
Well, he might.
Well, quit.
He might.
And guess what? Somebody else will be more than happy to get it.
He might just do it.
Well, then, if you vex if you get $10,000 and somebody else get $1,200, you should quit. You have no empathy for your.
Why?
You have no empathy for your co-workers and for your subordinates. You have no. If you are vexed, Luke. Listen, Luke. If you are vexed that you got $10,000 and the person at the lowest scale got an extra $1,000, there is something wrong with you.
As a percentage, I'll be vexed.
If you are vexed at that, like literally vexed at that, there's something wrong.
I'm vexed already just thinking about it. I get vexed.
That's mad. That's madness.
I'm getting vexed just thinking about it.
Madness. Madness. I need a raise. A Frisco ice cream. I need a Frisco ice cream today. You better get it by 9 o'clock too. By the way, I was turning over something today.